Working from home. And this is how it's made my life much easier and convenient. Now, to start off, I wasn't always working from home. I used to go in the office. I started working from home in 2020. But before then, I was in the office making a commute like everybody else. And now you hear some of these companies, AT&T, Amazon, JP Morgan and Chase, talking about, they want people back in the office 5 days a week, things like that, Monday through Friday. And that whole getting up, commuting thing, I still remember it like it was yesterday. It wasn't that long ago. I had to be at the office at 8 a.m. So I'm getting up at 5 a.m., exercise, brush my teeth, shower, so I can leave home at 6 a.m. and give myself 2 hours, to get through traffic and be at the office by 8 a.m. Hopefully everything goes smooth. And so that whole, see, I wasn't just commuting. I'm on the expressway, and then I got to park, and then I got to take public transportation. So I'm spending money on gas, and then money for a bus card every week. And so, you're dealing with two type of commutes there. And I remember just, the wait sometimes, having to, one thing that would get on my nerves was, you wouldn't notice the night before, you wake up and catch the news and you get the weather forecast. Snow may be coming, snowstorm, allow extra time on your way to the job, or there's been an accident, a pile up, whatever on the expressway, allow extra time to the job. So now I got to try and leave before 6 a.m. to make it to the office on time. And so I may have to skip the exercise, brush teeth, shower, and get out as soon as I can so I can make time to actually be sitting on the expressway, because, you got to drive slower for snow. You have to be careful, or whatever this accident is, it's went from 3 lanes down to one. And so I'm going from the suburbs into the big city. And so, you dealing with all of that. And then once I get into the city, Chicago to be exact, I have to go and park. And now I'm taking public transportation. I have to go wait on the train. And then there will sometimes be delays with that. I remember sometimes you have people on the tracks that wouldn't move. I don't know what was going through that people's mind where they would get out on the actual tracks. The tracks have high voltage. And so sometimes you got train delays because they're trying to get someone off the tracks. Or this would happen when you're on the train and you heading towards the office, and now there's a delay because they're saying, oh, someone's out here on the tracks now. We trying to get them to move. And so it was just craziness. The only good thing that would come out of that, sometimes the train would run express to stay on schedule. Once they got the person off the train tracks, the only thing is, normally it always worked out in my favor. It wasn't passing the stop that I needed to get off on. Some people had to exit right there. They would let them know, well, we won't be passing your stop. You're going to have to get off and get on, wait for the next train that's running regular schedule. So, but yeah, man, these are all of the things that going through having to commute and not work from home, I remember having to go through. And then, you get to the office, money for lunch. So we got gas money, money for the train and or bus, lunch. So you spend it Monday through Friday. Now after that, now you got to come home. So I get done at 4 p.m., no later than 4:30 p.m. And so now here we are waiting on public transportation again. So I got to go the same route now, just going back home. So again, you waiting. Sometimes the train is delayed. I remember at different jobs, having to take the bus depending on, the location. Sometimes it was train that would drop me off at the office, or depending on what company I was at, take the bus. I remember being on the bus, the CTA, and sometimes there not being any heat. So you in the winter months, so you bundled up on the bus and the heat's not working for whatever reason. All this money they make every day, but they sending buses out with no heat for whatever reason. So, you have to deal with that. Different characters on the bus. Some people get right past where they pay, and then once they get past there, they start acting a fool, whatever the case may be, making noise. It's like they just waiting. They know exactly what they're about to do. And then I also remember having to deal with people who would miss their stop, but then would pull the emergency handle to make the bus stop, just so they didn't have to walk all the way back to the stop they missed, when that's on them. I missed my stop several times on the bus before because I fell asleep. Then I get off and, walk back. I never just, that's my fault. But you got people, they want to pull the emergency and, just all types of other things, not even just, the delays. So, coming back home, you dealing with some of the same. I remember coming back home, and sometimes it'll be a person on the track again, and so now that's a delay. And then I remember sometimes where the train was just out of commission, and they would give us free bus cards to go take the bus. And bus versus train, bus stops at every stop, so now it's going to take me longer to get back to my car. And then once I finally get back there, now again, traffic, everybody going home, still dealing with possible heavy snow or an accident. And so I can't even get home in time to make dinner. So I'm getting Wendy's just, save time so I can eat at least, and then get to bed on time to get back up and do this all over again. So much time being lost. I'm leaving at 4:30, sometimes not getting home until between 7 and 8 p.m. So I got to go back out to the suburbs because I'm public transportation. Then I got to get to where I parked the car at, and then drive and get back on the expressway. And so these type of things, what I remember having to go into the office, it was just like, man, and I don't miss any of that. Now at the time, it was frustrating, but mentally, I had never worked from home before. We would do it here and there. You had to have a plumber come through to my home. Or I remember at one company I was with where the temperatures were below zero, and the news was saying it's dangerous to be out. So everybody was working from home that day. But I never got comfortable with it because it was just once or twice. I knew mentally, okay, this is what I do. I get up and I go to the office. I commute. But then 2020 comes, and that lockdown. So everybody's at home indefinitely. And no more commutes, stuff shut down. Crazy times, as we all know. But, now I get to get up at 6 a.m., brush teeth, shower, exercise, put this on, go downstairs, 8 a.m., turn on the laptop. That's it. Have my water. And I'm like, very convenient, real easy. Oh, I need some maintenance done. Somebody coming through to look at the water heater. I remember I had one guy come over, a plumber, and he put in a new faucet in the kitchen. And you can just able to do all of this while you at home doing the office thing. You schedule all of this. Oh, I got a delivery. Okay, they delivering a mattress, whatever the case may be. Okay, I'm home to get it, sign for it. You don't have to rush home and hope that it's there, because you hear stories of people taking stuff off your front door. So you just keeping track of it. On my cell phone, I'm refreshing the FedEx or the UPS website. Then it say delivered. Okay, boom, go outside, get it, bring it back in. So that's all of the conveniences and stuff being made easier. And then, let me again be transparent. It's just me here. I don't have children I have to watch, but for those who do, because I'm still working from home now, and my coworkers that I help with their computer issues, I hear their kids in the background. I was helping one lady. Her son had the stomach virus, so he's home from school, but she works from home, so he can stay there, and she don't have to use a vacation day or a sick day to with her son. She can make sure he's cool and still be working. And I'm on the phone with them. Sometimes they say, "Excuse my child." I tell them it's all right. But yeah, if you are a parent, working from home helps your parenting life be, I'm sure, a lot more convenient. But I don't have any children, and so it's just me. So it's even more convenient me being at home. And so I don't spend any money on gas, no money on lunch, no money on CTA bus cards. Now I think they call venture cards. I got food here. If I have lunch, I don't really even have lunch. I'll grab a bagel, put it in the toaster, an apple, whatever, drinking my water. That's about it. And then when I'm done, now I get done at 5:30 p.m. Now when I'm done, I can go straight into dinner. I'm not worrying about trying to come home, things like that. Go right there, kitchen, dinner, get everything set up, prepared. I'm eating by 6:30 p.m. I'm already at home. I'm on the couch. I'm eating dinner. And it's just so convenient, so easy. And that's how working from home has made life so much easier for those who are in a position to do it. And, if you want to do it and you in the office, but what you do can be done at home. I mean, a lot of people look for other roles on LinkedIn or elsewhere so they can stay home or wherever there's an internet connection. Because, then you get done eating, wash the dishes up, and then that's it. I don't have to see what I need to wash and iron for the next day. There's no dress code, no business casual, any of that. And you're saving money. My mileage on my vehicle is low. It's less than 18,000 miles, and the car is 3 years old. It's between 16,000 and 18,000 miles on it. Between 16,000 and 18,000 miles on it right now. And it's 3 years old. It's 2022. And so that all just comes from working from home. People usually have a lot more mileage on their vehicle that's 3 years old, even less than that after that many years. But, that's just how working from home has been more convenient for my life, even easier on the vehicle. So it's, that vehicle is going to last a long time just for me not really having to drive it. And I have days where I'm at home Sunday through Thursday straight. And then, Friday when I get done at the office, if I have to go to the grocery store, then I go. But it's just, there's no reason for me to even be outside like that. And so, that time that I would normally actually go out because I got to commute, I get all of that time back. And it helps, it's winter right now, people catching the flu. One of my friends, she has the flu. And so, things like that I'm able to stay away from. Or even if I do catch a cold because I'm at the grocery store and I caught it from there, me being able to stay home, I can stay in the heat, be warm, sweat out the cold, and actually get rid of the cold faster than I used to going to the office and, getting cough drops, but you still touching poles on the train or on the bus, you holding on to things, you pressing the doors, or it's just germs, everywhere. Whereas me being at home, I'm away from all of that, and you can quickly get rid of a cold, things like that, avoid catching a cold. So, it's health benefits to it as well from working from home versus having to go into that office. And so I know with the JP Morgan people, they've been upset, and they even had an internal discussion board where employees can go, just chit chat with each other. They shut that down because one person was talking about, hey, we can unionize and fight against this return to office, and people don't have a choice when the company says. I mean, you do, but if that choice hasn't hired you yet, or your business hasn't replaced your income yet, then you're there. But if we go 360, yeah, JP Morgan has, I think, 300,000 employees. If all of them just decide to work from home, then JP Morgan, the CEO, Jamie Dimon, there's nothing they can do. That's the whole Chase family there. And if they all decide we're just going to unionize and just stay home and still be working, then there's nothing they can do if you go that route. You just need enough people. The whole work from home, pro work from home people who are upset that they have to go back into the office. Hey, if you get enough people at your company where everybody just continues to work from home, then you can pull that off. As you are the heartbeat of the company. They can't replace all of those people at once, train them and all of that. So that's just something to think about for people who are being told to return to the office this year and you all don't want to do it. If you all can galvanize the word they use and kind of, get other people interested in actually making the change where you all don't want to go back into the office, and you can do that. Because the people that's working from home already that have to go back to the office, I'm sure they can co-sign what I'm saying about, life being a lot more convenient and easier, money being saved. I don't really do breakfast, but, you can do that too. You got breakfast being cooked. You're not trying to rush. Let me grab something on the way. You eating breakfast while you at the laptop. If you a parent and you got to fix the kids' breakfast before they go to school, that makes it easier. It's a win-win. If you're a parent or if you're not a parent, it's just a lot more convenient. And for me, I'm not trying to go back into the office in Chicago ever. If I ever went back into the office, it would have to be in a different state to change the scenery, I think. Maybe someplace that's close enough for me to ride a bike to. I don't know. Something like that. But, I don't even think about the next company and saying, well, okay, I'd rather the next company, be my company or have a, income streams that I can get together to where when I do make that move to another state, I'm working for me. I'm not even thinking towards that mindset of, okay, well, the next company, I'm not. Even with this vehicle, that vehicle, I'll take it with me because it's going to have so low of a mileage. But I'm at the point where I don't want any more, vehicle payments. Once that vehicle goes, the next vehicle, I'd rather just pay cash for it, getting older. I don't want to be 50, 51, 52 with a new vehicle payment saying, okay, I'm paying it for the next 5 years. I don't want to be dealing with any of that. And so my whole focus is on, stacking money, saving the money. Again, working from home allows you to do that just even in the smallest form with, lunch and gas and bus fare. You got to have money for the train or the bus. All of that goes back into your bank account. And then other things, even if I need to go take the trash out real quick, I'm working and I'm got clothes in the washer while I'm on the laptop. Things like that. Just little everyday things around the home that I'm able to do, which working from home has allowed me to do, and it just makes things so much easier. You got things done already. I'm not thinking, okay, as soon as I get home from the office, I got to do A, B, and C, get these clothes out for tomorrow, have to iron, just so much. But now with me working from home, so much time I've gotten back since 2020. So we 5 years in now working from home. 5 years in. And if it's something that you all want to do and you have a skill set that allows you to do it, and the company you're with isn't offering that, hey, look around. Don't leave that company until you get an offer. But yeah, there's still companies out here that are working remote. They're becoming few and far between now for whatever reason. But, the company I'm at now, they've closed all of their offices, so there is no office to go into. So that's just how it is, and everybody's at home. And so this isn't the only company that's like that, but you have to look around, LinkedIn, wherever. I found this company on LinkedIn. So just so convenient and so much money saved, and keep stress levels down. You're not sitting in traffic, things like that, or dealing with people on public transportation who may be having a bad day, and your day is fine, but their energy is on that train or that bus with you. And so now you can't wait to get home, and you're frustrated, and those rides that sometimes they seem like they may take forever. And so I remember just seeing people just on the cell phone, scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, and at the time Twitter, now was X, just trying to pass the time. People on Snapchat, But no, I don't miss any of that. I don't miss people getting into it with each other, or people going through trying to sell stuff to you each and every day that you don't want to buy. Selling CDs, DVDs, and loose cigarettes. Yup, and this is before 2010, where you got people on there trying to sell you music CDs and movies, not obviously the real copy stuff they filmed at a movie theater, and now you got the bootleg copy, stuff like that. People selling candy on there and all of that type of stuff, cigarettes. Like, no. I think some dude did come through one time selling Famous Amos cookies. I think I did buy one of those. It was a train delay, and the train just sitting there, so I think I bought a bag of Famous Amos one time, just because we're sitting there. But other than that, yeah, working from home is just so much easier. Made my life easier. It can make yours easier if you can get hired for a work from home position, or if you doing your own thing and it allows you to work from home. Some people do therapy, they do coaching, they help people with their own business, and they can do that right from their home, so they don't have to go into an office. Whatever your skill is and what you're doing, where you can do it from home. Obviously, if you're monetized on these media platforms like YouTube, or I think Twitter, now X, you can get paid off of that. You can obviously do that from home. TikTok, eventually you won't be able to do that, period. But for the time that they've had, yeah, you've been able to do that, from home too, as far as the social media goes. And I'll probably do another video on this once TikTok is gone, and just, the reality of it. That's a social media platform just like this one that I'm on YouTube. YouTube pays the most, but you see them taking Twitter away. Could it ever happen? I don't think they would ever take, YouTube or Snapchat or X or Facebook or Instagram or Threads away. But what I'm going to talk about in a future video is possibly taking away the money aspect to it. If they demonetize these platforms, and so everybody is just on there making content for free. And the only ones that will be making some money if you just using these platforms to promote your product, whether you sell digital products or physical products, and you just using the videos, as advertisements, as commercials, because they could do it. I don't know if and when they'll do it, if they'll ever demonetize these other platforms. YouTube pays the most. The TikTok situation is that them demonetizing it is just they completely taking it away, which also demonetizes it. But just something to think about on these platforms, YouTube, and you're making money from them. Save, save, save. Working from home allows you to save more. That's what I continue to do and what I push people to do. And yeah, if you can work from home, you can definitely save a lot more money. Then you can take that, you can put it into a brokerage account and start looking at your stocks. If you want to do some Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, XRP, you can do that. I'm invested in both stock market and XRP, so just trying to continue to use the benefits of working from home to save money, stack up money for whatever may be coming down the pipe with this economy, things like that. And inflation still not down to where it needs to be. So yeah, I think it may be harder right now to find a work from home job to make your life easier, just because you see other companies maybe doing a monkey see monkey do, and then there'll be a domino effect. Okay, this company is having everybody RTO, return to office, let's do it too, things like that. But no, I refuse to go back into the office, into a office. No, not in Chicago. No. So no, working from home is that's the best bet for me. I'm able to do it based on doing computer support, so IT support, so take advantage of it. Why not? And just continue to save and invest, things like that. But for those, if they saying you have to go and you have to pay your bills, I'm telling you all, please do go, just for the time being. But you don't have to stay that way. You start looking for other companies that are offering a remote or maybe hybrid, where you're only in the office 2 or 3 days a week, something like that. No more than 3. And even that can be difficult to transition to when you've been at home, because I've never done hybrid and never looked at hybrid positions. It's always been 100% remote. I don't have to go into any brick and mortar, no building, none of that. No commute. And it just makes things so, convenient. Even if you need to run out to the grocery store real quick, or you need to go pay a bill, something that has to be done in person real quick, something you have to take care of, working from home allows me to do that. Versus, now I'm at the office and I have to wait till I get off and then go through all of the traffic and the commuting. And then you hoping the place is still open, because some of these places close at 5 p.m. You might have to get something from, the Department of Motor Vehicles or from a courthouse. And I know here in Illinois, these places close at 5 p.m. Central Time. And so there was a lot of places I remember still being in the office where, I couldn't get out of there in time to get it done. It just wasn't happening. So sometimes you have to use a vacation day to get it done, because they weren't open on Saturdays nor Sundays. So stuff like that. It was just, yeah. But no, I just love the convenience, working from home, and just convenience in general, and just, making things come together for me to where I'm operating on a more intelligent level, not so much of a working harder level. And so that allows everything just to gel together and you're not stressed out, you're not worrying, things like that. And then being able to work from home just allows me to take care of any other business. If I need to make a call about something and get something set up, or whatever the case may be, just call right there. You don't have to step away from your cubicle and all of that. Just so much more convenient. And then when it's warm, sit outside with the computer on the balcony and get everything done that way, and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the fresh air, stuff like that. It's just a perfect combination, whether you working from home for someone else or you working from home for yourself. You can definitely look at the advantages of that versus having to go into some building. So now you got to drive, or you got people who take Uber and Lyft, probably all the way in that cost. You taking Uber and Lyft all the way to the office, then Uber or Lyft back home. Yeah. Either way, you coming out of extra money that now working from home, you can just, you can save it. And so, how many of you who go into the office now who can possibly work from home? I'm not talking about police officers or firefighters, doctors, nurses, school teachers. We know the jobs that you can't do from home, but for those who sit in a cubicle in an office building with a desktop or a laptop or MacBook, whatever the case may be, how many of you would like to work from home? Is that something that you desire to do? Can you focus working from home? That's another thing. Some people work from home, but they too busy in the TV, too busy eating. You have to be disciplined. Keep the performance up. I've been able to do it. I've been doing it for 5 years. So, but it's not for everybody, because people be at home and then just can't focus. You want to talk to the neighbors and all of that. If you want to work from home, are you ready to do it? This is not play. It's convenient. It makes my life a lot easier, but you got to be disciplined. Once you're done, you got a lot of time before you start to get stuff done. You don't have to prepare to leave, and then once I'm done at 5:30 p.m., then I go start dinner and get on the TV. It's take the trash out if I need to. Once you have mastered it and you discipline and you able to work from home and not get distracted, then once you're done, whatever time you get done at the office, then you reap the rewards of that, reap the benefits. I get done at the office, and then I can go to recording my YouTube content, which is something that I love doing, and spreading information and giving people updates, telling people more about me and my life, and how doing this has made things easier and more effective. And if you are able to do it too, how it can work for you as well. But how many of you listening to this would like to work from home? And can you do it? Have you worked from home before? Do you want to go back to it? Some people like being in the office because they got a group. They like the camaraderie and all of that. That's fine. I'm over that. Co-workers is co-workers. That's it. Some of you all may have some actual friends at the office, but I'm cool on that, especially as you get older. This is year 40 of life for me. I was born in 1985. So co-worker is co-worker. That's it. I'm not looking to make new friends at an office. You definitely don't make them working from home, but that's fine. You just be cordial to people, be nice. My co-workers are cool. Never met them. Some of them I've never seen. We'll never see them. We'll never meet them, once I'm done at this company. But yes, It's just all a means to an end, and everybody's on their own individual journey on working from home while doing it. And so it just allows you to put a lot of things into perspective too. You can think versus when I was in the office and people can just come up to my cubicle and pull me away because they needed computer help. They tapping like, hey, instead of sending an email in to generate a ticket and things like that, they coming straight up to me like, hey, because I'm the IT guy and I'm right there. And then I was the only person that did IT in the building. I had a team, but we all in different offices, so I was the only go-to computer person during my time in an actual office building. So that's another thing. Things are more convenient now at home. No one can just walk up to me and say, hey, and all that. No one's here. I'm the only one here. You don't see no one behind me. I'm the only one in this townhouse. So you don't have that. You don't have coworkers trying to get in-person assistance and things like that. So that's convenient too. I can just focus on who I'm helping on the laptop, and that's about it. So it's a controlled environment too. Working from home, that's another thing that makes it life easier. Everything is you controlling everything. You at home. You're not in this office building where you got all of this other stuff going on. Fire drills. That's another thing. Fire drills. I remember us doing fire drills. You got to grab your jacket and everybody waiting outside of the office building. Same way we used to do it in school. Yeah, there's no fire drills working from home. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you all how working from home has made my life easier, more convenient where it comes to, your meals. I only eat once a day, so that's dinner. And then I'm able to be done eating, by 7 usually, or at least by 7:30. So I'm not eating late because I'm in a commute and something happened on the expressway. And so I'm eating late, or even worse, I done picked up, like I said, fast food. And then that stuff is digesting late and causing me to gain weight, stuff like that. I can cook at home, my salmon and my vegetables, and go from there and maintain my weight. I'm 187 pounds right now. So trying to keep things, where they're at. No stress levels down, all of that. You don't have to be around people. So yeah, I'm around people when I want to be around people. I don't have to be around anybody. So that's another convenience of working from home. Whether you work for yourself from home or work for a company from home, you get those benefits. Now, when I'm around people, I can talk and interact. I'm not some silent person. I can hold dialogue, hold conversation, things like that. Talk about popular culture, whatever the case may be. You meet people on whatever frequency that they're at, that they're on, wavelength, and everybody's energy is different. Their auras, all of that. I can still hold a conversation even though I'm inside at home majority of the week. But that's just a skill of my own, a people skill, a personal skill. You don't necessarily have to lose that just because you're inside, and even at the office, depending on what you do, you don't have time for all of that chit chat anyway, even still. As I remember being in the office and, it was a lot of people, if they were talking, they was in meetings and they had the headset on, stuff like that, or they on the phone. It wasn't like just the actual people in the office just all hanging out at each other's cubicles and all of that, and everybody just talky. It's very quiet in there. Just like when you at school and you're at your desk and got to be quiet, everybody's reading through questions, then answering, and whatever the teacher have you doing and all of that. And, so It's like you go from school to the office, it prepares you for that to be quiet. The office is a quiet environment for the most part. People looking at screens and looking at Excel spreadsheets and PowerPoints and stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah. But, and I mean, they do that at home too, but it's just a lot more convenient and it makes life, like I said, a lot easier. Mine has been made easier. Just being able to get things done quicker with dinner, take a shower, start dinner, and you can enjoy whatever you're watching on TV. Sometimes I watch a movie. Sometimes, I may watch a YouTube live stream where they're talking about spirituality and, letting people go and when family members are toxic, there's all type of stuff. I don't necessarily just watch entertainment when I'm at home. I'm looking at YouTube live streams after I'm done at the office. I can just go transition right from my office to the couch. I don't have an office here. I just had a laptop on the kitchen table and a monitor, and that's it. I don't have an actual office. Didn't never really cared to actually have one. I mean, I got room on my first level for that. This place is 3 levels. I got room on the first level to turn it into an office, but I don't care to do that. I don't plan on being here long term, so the checkout year, if anybody wondering, is 2030, so 5 more years. So yeah, I don't really plan on any drastic changes to this place, and just trying to keep it up and keep it nice and neat so it looks nice on the market when it's time to sell it, and go to the new state, another state, out of Illinois. So that's the plan as far as the whole real estate thing goes and where I'm going to be living next. But yeah, I mean, even working from home, even with that, people just pick up and go. You don't have to find a new job. You take this with you and there you go. And everybody don't even have that convenience, even if you work for yourself. Like I said, unless you work for yourself from home, you got people who work for themselves, but they got clients physically that they have to go and see, or the clients come see them. And so, you can't move people to the next state. So, work from home or being able to be remote, we got to be exact with those definitions, in terms of what it means to work from home. You work for yourself, but you can't work from anywhere. So, yeah. But again, yeah, that's a very big convenience of me being able to work from home is I can just move to another state and still be making money for the same company, with the same company. So, I know a lot of people probably like that aspect of it, and the people who are being made to return to the office, that may be something that they miss. You got people who are always working, out of the state, or they done moved, and especially the people who done possibly moved, and now they're saying, hey, we need you to come back to this address in this state, and you done bought real estate in that state. So it's like, yeah, that's a real bummer, and you can see why people are upset about having to go back into the office for these companies that are trying to start this off in 2025 for whatever reason. It's beyond me. One of the big reasons behind it, people always say the main culprit is the companies are paying for rent. This office space is paying for rent. And so they don't want to just be paying that and the people are at home or elsewhere. It's like it's just sitting here and no one's there and we're paying on it. And then they don't want to break the lease because that's a lot of money. So, yeah. But like I said before, hey, the majority of the people that's going into these office buildings just still stay at home on that first Monday and they're working, they in, and the board of directors, the CEO and vice president, the rest of the people who made this decision to make the collective come back into the office, then they just sitting there like, what are they gonna do? What can they do? People at home working, making the company money, but you wondering why these cubicles are empty. But then what are you going to do? You can't go after all of these people. So the strength is in the numbers. If these people really want to still stay at home and stay with these companies, if they were to all do that, we just never really see that. I mean, you see unions, people striking, and then they come to a deal. They get what they want. But for those who want to stay at home, we've yet to see that. We've yet to see a union, a strike for people who want to stay home. You got people who are striking, who go into, and a lot of people that strike, they can't work from home anyway. From what I've seen Starbucks strike. I've seen people that work at ports strike, people that work at, car factories at the plant strike. They're not able to work from home anyway, but that's not what they're striking for. But I wonder when we're going to see the first strike for people who are trying to stay home. They still working, they still generating money for the company, but hey, I just want to do this in my backyard or wherever I'm at. I want to do this in Mexico, even though I live in Montana, whatever the case may be. And who knows, we might see that this year where you see the first group of people protest to stay at home. They protesting while they working from home. That's the protest. That's a different thing. It's not like they out there with picket signs and nothing's getting done. Work's still getting done. I'm just protesting at home while I got my feet crossed on the couch with my laptop, And again, enough of the people at these companies would have to do that. You got to get a big chunk, strength in numbers, because they want that convenience and life being made easier. Like I'm telling you here, how it's done helped me, saving the money, saving, possibly being stressed from being around certain people at the office, or just people in public on public transportation, driving and dealing with crazy drivers, all of that, trying to get there on time and get home on time and get clothes washed and ironed and dinner, especially if you're a parent, then that adds to it, versus where you can just sit right here and you get so much time back to get so much done, very convenient. And so that's just how it's done made things a lot easier for me. And I just wanted to let you all in on that and just see the benefits of working from home and the luxuries of it, and why I wouldn't trade it to go back into a Chicago, Illinois office building at all, or having to deal with Chicago public transportation. None of that. The CTA, I'm good. 5 years in now, I'm good. I cannot go back. But I set my life up this way for convenience and not really having to be stressed out and not even having to deal with people in person when I don't want to. So it's made things a lot easier, and I don't know, that may add more years to a person's life without the stress. I don't know how long people want to live. I said I was trying to make it to 90. I got 50 more years. So, that's the goal. And, continue for things to, be convenient and, just really think things out. So you're working smarter, not harder, as they say, and not having to deal with people that's going to invade your space and your peace and take away your convenience. You got people who are trying to do that on purpose. If they see you out and they see this video and I'm working from home and everything seems to be copacetic and, all kumbaya, and, you got other people who are upside down right now, and they see me, and uh, they don't want me to be relaxed anymore. They don't want me to be on easy street. Like, yeah, you just sit in your bubble and things like that, and you don't have to deal with people, and now I'm going to make you deal with me. And so, things like that. But, you have to pick your battles and be smart about it, read the room if it comes to that. But again, yeah, it's few and far. It can be few and far in between, especially if you are working from home, you're not really seeing individuals. So yeah, any individuals that would be in opposition to you and trying to make you have a problem, and you haven't even done anything, they can just feel your energy, and that you don't have to go through what they go through. So that's what they're trying to interrupt. But yeah, if you can work from home, you see some positions out there, or if you're trying to start your own business but you want it to be something online where you can do it from home as well, or even if you just do therapy and you want to have people come through to your home and have sessions where you can work from home that way, hey, do it. Save money, reclaim your time, get it back, take it back. Working from home is very convenient, and it makes life a lot easier. And that's just coming from me, a person with no kids, and it's just me living here, and just how this makes my day easier. Get the dishes washed in a timely manner, dry those, put those up, and that's it. Brush my teeth, and I'm back upstairs to the bedroom. And that's about it. So let me know down in the comments if you work from home as well. Do you like it? Is it convenient for you? Do you feel like you want to go back into the office and be around other people? Do you like the camaraderie? Let me know how old you guys are based on your answers. Like I said, this is year 40 of life for me. And, I don't think age has anything to do with it. Some people just want to be around people, for whatever reason. Or if you currently in the office right now, you want to stay there. Are you in the office and you want to finally work from home? Are you in a situation where they're telling you to come back into the office in 2025? If anybody is possibly, are they threatening layoffs if you don't come back into the office? Or are you just in a position where the company is talking about layoffs, because that's happening too? Let me know down in the comments. And, also, how old you are, if you prefer being at home by yourself or being in the office around a lot of people. Put that in there. We can do a compare and contrast with ages and who wants to be in the office around people or who are cool with just being at home. Put that down in the comments, and just let us know your situation. You all know mine. And again, like, share, and subscribe. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Thumb it up, the video, thumb it up. And the channel again is Facts or Feelings, all one word, no spaces. Subscribe to that. Put that in the YouTube search, Facts or Feelings, no spaces, all one word. My channel comes right up. And I'm about to go conveniently watch me a movie. I've been at home all day, did the office thing that's been done. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Be blessed. I'm out.